Today on Capechi's Corner, we're going to look at writing linear equations, and this is day 2. We have a couple warm-up questions that are just good ones to get that brain going, so let's take a look. The first one says, the total cost C in dollars to get to a water park and ride N water rides is given by the equation C is equal to 15 plus 3N. If the total cost was $33, how many water rides were ridden? So we have 33 as our total cost. N is the number of rides, so I just have to solve for that. So I have 18 is equal to 3N. So N is equal to 6. That's 6 rides, letter A. Number 44 says, to raise money, the service club bought 1,000 candy bars for 60 cents each. If the club sells all the candy bars for $1 each, what will be their total profit? Well, if they're paying $1 and if they're selling it for $1 and it's costing them 60 cents, they're making 40 cents profit. So 1,000 candy bars at 40-cent profit is $400 is their total profit. Number 45, probability is always a good one. A fair 6-sided die is tossed. What is the probability that a number is less than 3 will show on the face of the die? Well, less than 3 is only 1 and 2. That's it. So it's 2 options over 6, which simplifies to 1/3. So it's letter G. Number 46 is a little involved because of the fraction. So if you want to pause the video and try it, you are more than welcome. What is the equation line through these 2 points? So the first thing I have to do is I have to find the slope, which is what I did right here. When I simplify it all, my slope is -2. Now, from there, I need to use point-slope form because neither of those points are the y-intercept. I chose to use this point right there. There's my equation that I set up. Y minus y 1/2 is equal to -2, which is the slope, times x plus 1/2. So from there, once I did all my algebra, I end up with y is equal to -2x minus 1/2, which is letter A. All right, now we're ready for our lesson. Write an equation given 2 points. Well, we have 2 options here. If I can go right into slope-intercept, y is equal to mx plus b, that's always easier. If not, I have to use point-slope. And a reminder from last lesson, that's y minus y1 is equal to m times the quantity of x minus x1. Now, the question is, once I'm given 2 points, do I have a y-intercept? If I do, I'm going to find the slope first and then go directly to slope-intercept form. If I don't, that's okay. I still am going to find the slope first, but then I'm going to use point-slope form to help me get to that slope-intercept form. Again, it doesn't matter. You're going to be given 2 points. It doesn't matter which point you use to substitute into point-slope form because of the fact that both of the points are on the line. So you'll get the same answer regardless. All right, let's get started. Write in slope-intercept form the equation of line that passes through the given points. So in number 1, the first thing I do notice, remember the question is 1 the y-intercept? Well, this is the y-intercept right here. If I were to graph that 0, 2 is right here. Anytime I have x as a 0, that is my y-intercept. So regardless, I still have to calculate the slope. So I have 2 minus 5 over 0 plus 4, which gives me -3 over 4. So there's my slope. Because I have my y-intercept, I can go right into slope-intercept form, which is y is -3 over 4x plus 2. Let's look at my next one, number 2. Now, neither of these are my y-intercept, so I know I'm going to have to do point-slope. First thing I'll do is I'll start with my slope, which is 2. Now, again, it doesn't matter which point I use in point-slope form, so I'll use the first one. So I have my y minus 3 is equal to 2 times the quantity of x minus 2. So I have y minus 3 is equal to 2x minus 4. So y is equal to 2x minus 1. That's slope-intercept form. Again, that point-slope form is just a working equation. It lets me get where I want to go. Number 3, now I have a 0 there, but that is in my y value. That's actually an x-intercept, not a y. So that doesn't help me. I'm going to have to use point-slope form. So this gives me 5 over 1 as my slope, which simplifies to 5. And I'll use that first point. So I have y minus 0 is equal to 5 times the quantity of x minus 3. So I have y is equal to 5x minus 15, which is my slope-intercept form. The next topic we're going to talk about today is parallel lines and perpendicular lines. So let's talk about parallel lines. Parallel lines, they have the same slope and different y-intercepts. right? The slopes are the same, the angle's the same, but they're not touching, so the y-intercept's going to be different. When we're talking about perpendicular lines, they will meet somewhere at a 90 degrees. The slopes are going to be opposite the reciprocal. I think that's the easiest way to remember it. So if I have something like the slope of one equation is 3, my reciprocal is 1/3. The opposite sign is -1/3. So that would be opposite the reciprocal. That's the slope of the other line to make sure that they're meeting at 90 degrees. So let's practice some of this. It says, use the given information to write the equations of the line that are parallel to the given line that passes through the given point and also perpendicular. So what that means is, let's look at number 4. I'm given a line and I'm given a point. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the line that runs through that point that's parallel to the given line. And then the second part of that is I'm going to find the equation of the line that is perpendicular to the given line and hits that point. So I'm finding 2 different things. Let's look at number 4. Here's my point. Here's my line, my original line. So if I want a line parallel, this slope is 3/4. So my slope's going to be the same. So again, this is not a y-intercept, so I'm going to have to use point slope. So I have y minus 7 is equal to 3/4 times x minus 3, which gives me y minus 7 is equal to 3/4 x minus 9/4. I add 7 to both sides, use my calculator, I have y is equal to 3/4 x plus 19/4. That line is parallel to my given line. Now, again, one thing I want to double check, my original slope was 3/4 and my slope there is 3/4. So I did that part correctly. I know I'm okay. All right, let's use the same line, but this time let's find something that's going to be parallel. Perpendicular. So my given slope is 3/4. My opposite, the reciprocal, is going to be -4/3. So when I'm finding the equation of the line that's perpendicular to that line, the given one, and goes through 3/7, that's the slope I'm going to use, -4/3. So I have y minus 7 is equal to -4/3 times x minus 3. So I have y minus 7 is equal to -4/3 x plus 12/3, which is going to give me 4. So y is equal to -4/3 x plus 11. That line is going to be perpendicular to my given line. All right, let's try one more example. Again, back to parallel. Slope is -5. Slope is going to be -5. My point is not the y-intercept, so I'm going to have to use point slope. So I have y plus 2 is equal to -5 times x minus 4. So I have y plus 2 is equal to -5x plus 20. So y is equal to -5x plus 18. That's my line that's parallel to the given line. Do the same thing looking for perpendicular. Opposite the reciprocal of -5 is going to be +1/5. So I have y plus 2 is equal to 1/5 times the quantity of x minus 4. So I have y plus 2 is equal to 1/5 x minus 4/5. I subtract 2 from both sides, use my calculator so the numbers will be a little easier to deal with, and I have y is equal to 1/5 x minus 14/5. That is the line that is perpendicular to the given line up here and runs through that point. All right, love to end with a couple word problems, so here we go. The cost of a cell phone plan is $45 a month, up to 500 minutes of phone calls. At that point, it's 8 cents for each additional minute. Now, I know phone plans don't work like that nowadays, but some of them do if you have a different kind of plan. So we just have to be careful and understand everything we're doing. We know that we're paying $45 regardless. And we know we're going to have 500 minutes that we can use. So it says, write an equation that models this situation. What do the slope and the y-intercept represent? So we have y would be equal to 0.08 times x, and we'll talk about that. That's the rate of change, plus 45. My slope is my cost per minute over 500 minutes of phone calls. If I stay under it, I don't have to pay that, right? That would just be 0. My x would be 0, and I would just pay 45. My y-intercept is my standard fee. That's my set fee that I pay no matter what, my monthly fee. Let's look at letter B. What is the total cost of 572 minutes of phone calls were made? And you have to show your work here as always. So I have y is equal to 0.08. Now, my x is not going to just be 572. Remember, 500 comes with that initial fee. So I just have to worry about 72 because that's what's above, plus 45. Put that in my calculator, and my monthly fee that I'm paying in that particular month is going to be $50.76.